I feel like the Suns aren't really getting to the free throw line that much. Tonight, they were 8 for 12 from the free throw line. Let's start with Salty. What do you think is the Suns' problem in terms of getting to the free throw line?
I think it's the composition of the team, and it's the way the team was constructed by our general manager. He constructed a lineup that was surrounding DeAndre Ayton with shooters, and it was, predicated on DeAndre Ayton being a post scorer, which he's not really. And unfortunately, it was very lopsided in players that are able to get to the basket. We saw that in the beginning of the year where we're putting up, at one point, we put up like 50 threes or something like that, relying heavily on the jump shot. You live by it, you die by it. Very lopsided construction of the team. And unfortunately, there's not many answers to that, because if you look at our starting lineups or you look at the bench, it's just not a lot of players that create their own shots or even get to the rim consistently. And not only that, it's making contact and the ability to get to the free throw line consistently. You look at Booker, he drives to the basket a lot, but I don't think he's a person that draws a lot of fouls. I don't know what he averages, but if you look like Harden or a Doncic, their ability to draw free throws is just crazy, right? Yeah. So I think it's the construction of the team, unfortunately. I think James Jones loves shooters. You can see that in his drafts with his draft picks. He wants people that can shoot, and that's awesome, but you also have to have a balance there, so I think that's the problem.
Well done. Evan, we were kind of talking about that over Twitter a little bit. Do you have any thoughts about that? I think that kind of sums it up right there, but what do you think is the issue?
That sums it up, but you couple it along with the stat I'm about to give you. Suns are last in the league in free throw attempts. Ooh. They're last in the league. But Suns opponents have the 4th least amount of fouls committed against the Suns. So that's the other team committing fouls when we play them. We have the fourth least amount. Now you go back to us, and we're 9th in the league 19th in the league in committing fouls. It was either 19 or 17. Let me go back. We're 9th in the league in committing fouls. Mm-hmm. So there's something going on where it's this David Stern stuff back to the Phoenix Suns days, where we're not getting fouls our way at all. I mean, the proof is in the pudding right there. They're not calling fouls against us as well too. So I mean, if we got 4 more fouls a game with, we'll say that's 4 to 5 average free throws, that jumps from last to middle tier. But that's an extra 5 free throws for a team that shot 83 or 84% last year, the best ever, or 85%.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, we were like the best free throw shooting team of all time last season. Sorry to cut you off there, but it really is the referees, in my opinion. It could be maybe a lack of aggressionness going to the rim too. Like, what do you think about that, Gabe?
No.
Or Evan, go ahead. Either one.
Take it, Gabe. I got something right after you, though.
I was just going to ask Geek if you had given Salty the list of questions before we hopped on, because he sounded like he had like something pre-written. I mean, it was perfect. It was poetic. I mean,
exactly.
What you really hit on the head, Salty, is that this is the way James Jones has put the team together. And I like it. It is a winning team. It's very reminiscent of the way the Warriors are trying to build their team. Right. With maybe perhaps our Steph being Chris Paul, our Clay being Book, which I think is an upgrade over Clay, and then just shooters around. And we've got who goes at the rim? Like, anyone in the chat tells me who, other than downhill Book, when he's in downhill Book mode, who goes at the rim?
That's why Ayton doesn't go at the rim. Yeah, that's why I brought up the aggressionness. Maybe Abdel Nader sometimes, but I mean, if Abdel Nader is getting you to the free throw line,
you're right.
That's kind of my point, though. We should have more players attacking the rim, getting to the free throw line, but it's really been Abdel Nader and maybe Devin Booker, because Chris Paul's the king in the mid range. You guys know what I mean.